start getting clients using LinkedIn. So who am I and like maybe why could this video be helpful? So if you don't know who I am, like maybe you've never seen my videos before, my name is Bryce Tubbs. I currently run a six-figure accounting, bookkeeping, and CFO business, which I started back in 2015. Also, we have a mentorship program. We've helped many accountants and bookkeepers start their own business and go full time inside of the business. So, also, maybe you've watched some other videos, or even if this is the first video, but you know that you need some help. Like, if you want help growing your income so you can like live a life of freedom without having to go through a lot of like the different struggles that cause most people like quit, fail, and just not reach their goal. Go ahead and click on the link inside the description, either above below the video, to book a call, see if I can help you inside of one of our programs. So, the first thing that you need to do on LinkedIn is have a very clear and strong profile. So most people take this step for granted and go straight for like trying to get clients. I did it when I first got started. Like I just thought, okay, let me just go get clients, and I totally neglected my profile. Now this causes you to have potential clients see your profile, but then just don't want to get on the phone with you. And in a lot of cases, because like of trust and authority and respect. So maybe they just don't trust you enough to get to move forward. Maybe they just don't feel that you know what you're doing. Even if you do, right? If you don't put your best foot forward and really understand how to craft a really killer profile that gets a lot of like these respect, then it can be really tough, right? So if you have to make a new account because maybe you don't want to like commingle with your like personal life, I would actually recommend like making a new personal account that you only use for business. So I would not, and I repeat, do not create one of those business pages, okay? Business pages generally get lower engagement for any content you put out, and you can't reach out to someone first. You can only respond. Now, if you already have like a good amount of people reaching out to you, like it's okay because like you have people coming to you, and that's why like the profiles can only respond, right? But if you don't and you're just starting out, like you're not going to have enough inbound leads or people coming to you to really grow a business with any consistency, right? You're kind of like at the mercy of whoever reaches out to you. Now, to make a really strong profile, you have to have three basics. So number one is a strong headline. Number two is a tactical about section. Number three is a very descriptive experience section. Now, in our mentorship program, like we feed you exactly what to say on your profile by giving like different templates. Like we have three and a half different types of templates you can use in order to make your profile stand out and just be able to like it's essentially copy and paste. You tweak a couple of words here and there, but it makes it a lot easier for you to stand out. So, but if you're not inside of our mentorship program and you don't have access to those templates, I'm going to help you actually go and create one right now. So your profile again should have a very strong headline slash tagline. Now, next is the about section. Okay, so when it comes to like the about section, how long have you been in the field? Now, this is different than how long you've been in business for, right? Let's say that maybe you've been doing accounting, or maybe you've been doing, bookkeeping in your job in corporate America, or maybe even an administrative type of job, right? How long have you like? What's your work career essentially? Now, if you've taken like a long break, because maybe you're a stay-at-home parent, or maybe you just like did a mini retirement, that's okay. You want to do from start to where you are now, right? As many years as you possibly can. And again, it doesn't matter if you never started business, we want work experience, right? Next thing, where are your clients, like where are your desired clients going to be located? Do you want clients only across the United States? Do you only want them in your current state? Do you only want in your current city? Do you want international business? It doesn't really matter, but like you have to be able to state where it is, right? Because people are looking, constantly asking themselves, can this person help me? Right? So if you don't want to help people who are cross country, then don't put it inside your profile. Be very specific because those are people that are actually going to respond and reach out to you. Next, like what software are you proficient in? Do you only use QuickBooks Online? Do you only use QuickBooks Desktop? Do you know how to use Sage, right? Do you use Xero? What are the different softwares you use? Because again, people will see that, and if they use Xero and you say you use Xero, like, oh, it's a match, right? Or if they use QuickBooks and use QuickBooks, it's a match. Or if you don't use that software and they're very, very like stuck in their ways and only want to use one type of software, they know to avoid you, right? Because it's not going to be a good fit. Next thing is like, how can they learn more about you? So for me, I like putting a link to book a call in the section rather than telling them to go look at your website. Now, the reason why is because like a website is a really informative like kind of guide, but your LinkedIn is replacing the website. They already know a lot about you based on the profile and based on the template you're creating. So you might as well just keep the attention while they're there. Just make it very quick for them to go and like book the call. And like you can literally just paste the link to like your calendar. So like let's say like the Calendly app. Calendly gives you a free calendar like integration that you can use, right? So it's pretty easy and then people just book on your calendar. It's very, very streamlined, very straightforward. The next thing is your experience section. So make this an extended version of your about section, right? So you're going to use the extra available text to touch on more pain points that the person's having, talk about yourself, and touch on why clients have chosen to work with you in the past. Or if you haven't worked with clients, like why have someone wanted to give you a job in the past? I had to pause that. I had to pause the recording to blow my nose. Man, that was very irritating. Right now it's about 9:30 at the nighttime on a Sunday. I'm filming this thing. I really want to help you guys out. So I'm a little tired, but I'm gonna keep I really like doing these YouTube videos and stuff to kind of help people out. Okay, cool. So back to what we're talking about. So touching on pain points, right? So we're always thinking about who is the person who's gonna end up wanting to use our service, what size business, right? What stage of business are they in? Are they like a very successful company already? Are they still in their growth phase? Are they just getting started? Right. And based on the company that you want to work with, you need to talk to the pain points. Like how can you help that specific person? Right. When you're good at doing that, people who are able to be helped by you start reaching out to you and start really understanding, right? Because it's all about in marketing, you're trying to attract the people who want to work with you and repel the people who are not going to be a good fit as much as possible. That's all we do with marketing. It's all we do. Like a lot of people overcomplicate it, think you have to like have these like really cool wording and phrases and catchphrases and stuff, but no, it's just being very clear and being very, very direct with who do you want to help versus who do you not want to help. Next thing, in your experience section, make sure you're talking about yourself and also talk about what clients or past jobs have chosen to work. So, like, do you have like a special skill? Are you a hard worker? Do you like what is it about you that's kind of like stands out? Now, if nothing stands out about you, I'd really challenge you to kind of maybe take a deeper look at like what are some of your strengths? Like you might be being humble, or maybe you just don't really know what it is. But in order for you to be able to start getting clients, you need to be able to start understanding yourself, your makeup, and understand like what is unique about yourself that can allow people to really hook on and resonate with you. The next step is to identify like who are your targets. If you don't know this, you're going to get overwhelmed by the amount of business owners that are available to you on LinkedIn. So let's say, for example, in the United States, there are about 31 million business owners, give or take like 1 to 2 million. That's a lot of people, a lot of potential choices. So if you think that you have to go after the whole entire pool of businesses, it's very overwhelming, right? But if instead you understand like how to really like segment the market, like is it size, the type of personality, is it type of business owners, is it revenue amount, is the structure of the company, right? Then it makes it a lot easier and a lot less like overwhelming. Okay. So ask yourself, do you like certain niches? Do you want to work with a variety of industries, etc.? Who are the core industries you like working with? Where are your targets located? Do you only want to work with people in your city, your country, your state, your county, your parish, etc.? Right? Once you know this, then you're going to be getting ready to go and start hunting. Now, I say hunting and farming, okay? So it's a mixture of hunting and farming. When you're first getting started, it's really about hunting. Over time, you start farming. Hunting means you're going out and you're building relationships with people who actually want your help. Farming means that people who maybe don't want your help today, but they might want your help 3 months, 6 months, a year down the line. Okay, so for me, I like using three methodologies of attack. Number one is the referral path. Number two is a connection path. Number three is a comment section path. Okay, so we're going to dissect each one of those individually. Number one is the referral partner path. Okay, so it's easier to get clients. I'm also going to do some pros and cons. So with the referral path, it's easier to get clients over the long term. So one referral partner, I mean, we've had students where a referral partner has given her literally over six figures, like literally. She was getting 2 to 3 clients every single week, from February to about December of last year. Like every week. And there's clients between 800 like $2,800 per month. It was ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. Now, the reason why it's important too, right, is like I'm not promising you're gonna get a referral partner that big. I'm not promising that by any means, right? That was a very unique situation. Yeah, but that does not mean that referral partners are not gonna work for you. It just to that degree is that was a lot. Okay. Now, next thing, so the cons when it comes to this thing is that some referral partners will give you $0 for the first 6 months. Now, there's a trick I'm going to teach you in a couple minutes that can help you actually go and get them to give you referrals faster. But in some cases, like that's the risk you kind of run with this methodology for referral paths. You might have the wrong referral partners, or maybe you have the right referral partner, but they just don't have anybody to send you for a little while. But another pro that you have is that one referral partner can give you 5 to 10K per month in new clients every single year. Okay. So I like this path when you already have some clients and money isn't as big of an issue. Now, this is most powerful long term because you're basically creating an army of people who are hunting for you. Now, I call this the 6FP method. It just stands for six figure partnership method. I even wrote like a book about it, right, to help you guys like understand more about it. But again, so this is like if you have a job and you're like in corporate America, like if you can handle like, being in a job for a little while longer while you let this like system work, then that's probably like a really great option for you. If you have to make money right now, then some of the other things we're going to talk about in a second would be a little bit more beneficial for you to employ while you start building up this referral path. So I always want to have like the referral path kind of like in the background being built while I'm cash flowing inside the business. So this path is both the easiest and the hardest because again, you're only looking for about 5 to 10 good referral partners. And here are some examples like some good referral partners, just in case you're asking like Bryce, well, you say referral partners, but what are some partners examples, right? So financial advisors, consultants, web design firms, bookkeepers, CPAs, bankers, commercial real estate agents. I'm looking more for like professional services where they basically talk and interact with business owners and they have some sort of leverage over them, right? So maybe the business owner is looking up to them to get advice. Maybe they're looking to be referred to certain other people that, like, let's say, for example, it is a financial advisor, but the person has not done their accounting or the bookkeeping for their business or for their personal lives, right? So now the financial advisor can refer them to you. Okay, so you go connect with these individuals and you ask to speak about becoming referral partners. Now, most people are going to say no. That's okay. The right ones will say yes. Now, let's say that you go and get a referral partner to say yes, right? So what's next? It's- So you're going to want to get them on a partnership call. So if you want to lock in a relationship faster, I actually like to connect with people and then I do it inside the local area. The reason why is because, like, let's say I do my partnership call. Those last about 15 minutes, like 20 minutes, where you're basically talking about, like, how can you guys kind of help each other out? Now, when the person's agreed, they actually want to send referrals to you. One thing you can do is you can actually go to their location, right? So let's say I'm going after like local financial advisors. I'm going to their office and I'm actually going to make the introduction, meet them again in person. The reason why it's important is because when people are just talking the computer screen, it's a lot harder for them to kind of trust you, and you're not really a person to them. You're just kind of like an idea. But when you actually meet them in person, you're an actual person now, right? So they like you and they actually want to help you. Now, of course, this is optional, right? You don't have to go to their office. I'm just saying this is something that's worked for me in the past, and it could be something that can work for you as well. It's worked for a lot of our other students. That's why I also like encourage, like in the beginning, you go after local partnerships because it is a little bit easier for you to be able to have closer proximity to those people. They can invite you to different events. They can invite you to client meetings. Maybe they have like, for example, financial advisors like to have like client meetings at their offices. So you can actually go to their office and basically just relax and just have like a social event and you get to meet people that will potentially become your clients. Next thing is the connection path. So some pros. You can control who you connect with. LinkedIn gives extremely detailed information on your potential clients like companies, and this info includes employees, so you can see exactly who you can speak to. You can also see whether or not they have someone in-house that does what you do. Now the cons, it takes work. That is the only con. Like it's literally the only con. But if you're watching this thing and you watch this video for as long as it's been, I feel like you're okay with working hard, right? That means you're gonna make it. So the first thing is finding leads. Now to find leads to connect with you, you should go to Google. Now you can make a search for businesses using this exercise you did above. So the exercise where I said, okay, so who are you looking for? Where are they located? What kind of companies, etc. That exercise you can go and use the exercise to go and make Google searches for people who kind of fit that customer profile. Now, when you run the Google search, you're going to see thousands, even millions of websites coming up. Next, you can go to the website about page. Most websites will have like an about page that basically just talks about like who is the owner, and the history of the company and different things like that. So that lets you know who should you reach out to. Then you go and find them on LinkedIn and send them a connection request. Okay. Once they accept your connection request, you can start messaging and create a relationship with them. The key here is to learn to build relationships without directly pitching your offer. Where people get this wrong is that they go on social media and they immediately pitch, right? So they say something like, "Hey, do you want me to do X for you? Give me money." And this is not good because the longer a business owner has been around, the more they get bombarded. Instead, and when I say bombarded, it's like they have a lot of people trying to pitch them stuff. I am invested in this like fitness coaching company, and I joined probably 15 groups to help like make some traction on the profile because we have like a Facebook methodology for that. And within 2 days, I had 20 people reaching out to me, like pitching some kind of random service or different thing they do. So that's after 1 week of having that profile created. Imagine being a successful business owner that's been around for like 5, 10 years. Like how many people have tried to pitch them stuff? It's ridiculous, right? So if you approach them the same way everyone else does, they're going to write you off like they do everyone else. Instead, you need to learn how to start real conversations. An easy way is to discuss common interests. Then they'll ask you more about like what you do and how you can help them. And at that time, now is the time to pitch your service. Okay. Now we have better videos on this channel that kind of go into like how to make a message script, what to say. In the program, like we actually do write the script for you. We do tell you exactly what to say in the tour. Yes, we actually give you messaging scripts inside of the mentorship program. So if you want that, again, I recommend you join the program. If not, there's other videos on this channel that kind of go into different like aspects of building a message script. So the third path is the comment path. So some pros, it's super easy to start. It's easy to get a huge amount of connections who actually like you. It's easy. It's an easy way to start the conversation since you already spoke inside the comment section. Next, there are a lot of business owners to comment on social media posts, so you will never run out of, excuse me, people to speak to. The cons, so it takes practice with getting good at comments. It's hard to do when when you start getting busier with client work. So like as you get busier with client work, it can be kind of hard to keep that pace up. Next, it's hard to know about the businesses of the person who you're actually interacting with. So you can have a lot of wasted energy if you're not talking to the right people. So this is actually the easiest if you're shooting for clients and you have time due to not having a lot of clients. So this is generally the first one we stop doing when our client volume goes up. That's because, like, again, it's the most intensive activity. Now, to find leads, what you're going to want to do is go search hashtags or prominent business leader posts. So let's say it's like Bill Gates, right? And Bill Gates might make like a post talking about like one of his beliefs on like climate change or something. And there's a lot of business owners going to be like commenting their 2 cents, their thoughts, et cetera, et cetera. From there, you're going to actually go and make like a list of the different influencers or hashtags that have been the easiest to kind of interact with. And then you can focus your attention on those few pages or comment sections and you would do this until you fill up. Now, once you've interacted with a comment, you're going to want to go and send the person a connection request, right? Next, now continue the conversation inside of Messenger. After that, you're going to want to do the activities that we spoke about in the connection phase. So this is actually like a hybrid of the connection phase, where it's like instead of just cold like outreach to people, just based on like their company size, just on like LinkedIn, you're starting the conversation where maybe a post's been made, they make some sort of comment, you then go in and answer the comment or give them a help or add your 2 cents. Then you go and give them an outreach, right? So it's more of like a lukewarm type of outreach rather than just like a cold kind of like thing. So it all fits together. Everything really fits together, right? So you have like your referral path that you start from day number one, and like you're waiting for it to be like, day 30, day 60, day 90, where you're really going to start getting a lot of those like referrals kind of coming in. At the same time, you're going to want to go into like the comments section to really just like get some easy kind of conversation starting and just make it a lot easier for people to actually like you and trust you enough for when you reach out to them using the connection phase now people actually will respond, and your messaging scripts are good enough to convert people who are looking for this service or who are potentially open to learning about this service will actually want to get on the phone with you, right? So I hope this helps. I hope this gives you like a head start into the game. Now, again, we have other videos on this channel that will support you in your LinkedIn journey as well as your journey to start and grow your business. Now, if you want customized help, like if you want help growing your income so you can start living a life of freedom without having to go through like a lot of different struggles that myself and a lot of other people have had to go through in order to go and find success in their business, like click the link either above or below the video to book a call, see if we can help you inside our mentorship program. Like we can't help everybody. Like we do have a limited capacity, and we do that on purpose. Like if I'm being honest, like we could help a lot of people. We could have, one of those programs where like 500, 1,000 people that are in like one time, but you kind of lose the ability to know who's inside, and your success rate goes down a lot, right? Because if you don't really qualify who comes in, then you could have a lot of people who just maybe it's just not the right vehicle for them, or maybe they shouldn't be owning a business. So we do have you guys qualify by booking a call, see if we can help you out. And we ask you a lot of questions to see kind of like where's your mind at? What is the likelihood of you actually being successful in business? And we try to see if like our methodology and our playbook can fit with the way that you want to grow your business. And if it does, we talk about the pricing structure of the program. And if it's a good fit at the moment in time, then we will allow you inside and we can get started. Okay. So if that's you and you want to really see like if this could be the right thing for you, go ahead and click the link inside the description, book the call. I'll see you there. Now, some people wait to book the call, right? And they end up just like running out of steam. There was a person, the person basically left a comment on one of my YouTube videos about a year ago. And the only reason I saw it is like I was looking at my like YouTube stats, and the person's like, yeah, I'm really wanting to start this business, but I'm kind of hesitating. I followed up with them like a year later, and they go, oh, yeah, I just kind of gave up on that. And like I've been in this game for a long time. Yeah, I started my business in 2015 for the bookkeeping and accounting. We started the coaching like, mid 2018, early 2019. And there's a lot of people where it's just like, they wanted to get started, but for whatever reason, they just didn't prioritize enough, didn't join any programs, didn't really take any steps, and they're still in corporate America, 3, 4, 5 years later, right? So it's like if you're watching videos like these and you're interested in starting, like take the steps that are necessary in order to go and find success. People talk about they want like a better life, right? Like in order for you to have a business that's thriving, where you're making six figures, maybe you're making like 100K, you're making 200K per year, right? If you want that lifestyle, we're not talking about getting rich, right? Like maybe you don't want to have $1 million, right? But if you want a lifestyle where you can spend time with your family, where you can have the income you want, not even think about money anymore, right? If you want to be able to have that time, that space, be able to do what you want when you want, that's a 1% life, right? That's a 1% life. 1% of people actually get that. In order to join the 1%, you have to do things that the other 99% either are unable to do or unwilling to do. Okay? It's not enough to talk about it. It's not enough to want it. You gotta do it. It's action. That's the only reason why I'm further ahead than you. I've just been doing it for the last like 9.5 years. I've been taking action, investing in courses. I get on calls all the time where I'm learning about different things. I pay people for their time to like get me ahead, right? But that's the only difference, right? So if you want to actually do this, like you're serious about really reaching your goal and you want to be in a different spot next year than where you are right now, go ahead and click the link. I'll see you on the call. Also, if money's really tight, like that's not a problem, right? We do have different payment partners that can help get you funded so you can actually get your foot in the door on the program. And then like, we can get off to the races and you can make the remaining payments as it go, right? It is based on credits. Like if you don't have like a lot of cash, like you need to at least have over a 650 credit score in order to really qualify for some of the funding partners. Okay. So that's you. I will see you on the call. Have a great rest of your evening. Take it easy. I'll see you inside of the next video.